Hello and welcome to Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. I'd like to welcome you to my backyard on this slightly overcast day. We still got the winds blowing and we got potential for some rain to come in later this afternoon, which is good because we are getting really dry. And I look rough because I've been weed eating and mowing. So, thanks to Beverly, I have been asked about how to do rose cuttings and growing roses. Now, I do my roses two different ways. I actually prefer to grow them by seed, which takes longer, or you can do cuttings. So, this is my beautiful red rose behind me. I'm going to pause the camera and bring you closer. Okay, this is the red rose. See how beautiful she is. She is gorgeous, and oh my gracious, let me tell you, she smells good. Let me move the camera over here. Now, it's a little early to be taking cuttings, but I'm going to try my best to get this video made. So, let me move the camera over here a bit. Now, this one has already bloomed. You want to try to get semi-hard wood. It's already bloomed, so we're going to try it. You want to cut as close to the stem as possible. And there we go. I'm going to go in and take these bottom leaves off. She doesn't have a whole lot of thorns, but that's okay. I'm going to snip that off, and I'm going to put it down in, I have a jar of comfrey water. I'm going to stick that in there. This one, I'm going to try. I'm going to only do two because they're not really completely ready, but we're going to try. I'm going to stick this in the water, and I'm going to take you back over to where we're going to show you how to root them and plant some seeds. Okay, this pot is for the cuttings. I just have it holding the rose hips for now. We're going to do the seeds first. Make sure you got really good, fertile, amended soil for the seeds. Now these hips come off of the same beautiful red rose. And your seeds are inside the hips. Now these hips overwintered, so hopefully the seed is still good inside. And I just toss everything in. Oh, there's one big beautiful seed. There's another, looks like. There's another seed. So, whole bunch of little seeds in here. Now, I will tell you, it's easier to do this method, not only the seed starting, but taking the cuttings from more of your old-fashioned roses. You have to make sure none of your roses are freaking copyrighted, which, yeah, you can't make new plants from copyrighted plants. It's just a whole bunch of fiasco, is what it is. You want to be careful how you open your hip, because you don't want to cut your seeds. But I'm telling you, oh, look at there. There's see the little orange? There's one, there's two, three, four. You'll be able to tell which ones are seeds and what are not. The seeds on these are big. There's another one. There's another one. Whoop. Well, you're not supposed to do that. Using the weed eater really aggravates the tendinitis, but I gotta do it, like it or not. You want to try to get the seeds out as gently as possible without messing them up. Yep, I thought there was another one hiding over here on this side. Sometimes breaking into these hips are like breaking into Fort Knox. Okay, that's all the seeds in that one. I'm not sure this one has any, but we're going to try. Sometimes if the flower doesn't get pollinated, there won't be any seeds. Well, there's one. Okay, that's all of the seeds. And this one, oops, I don't think it had any seeds in it. No. Alright, I have probably about 10 good seeds in there. And like I said, you want to have really good, rich, fertile soil. And I'm just going to cover them up. Just like that. And I'm going to put them in a nice sunny area. Hopefully the squirrels don't get to them. And I'm going to water them in here at the wall. Let's see, let's put it over here. Now here comes the fun part. Alright. This, I use sphagnum moss, peat moss, and it's extremely well saturated, very wet. You want to make sure that it's wet. And we're going to start with this bigger one first. And you're going to need a 2-liter bottle with the bottom cut out and the top off. I'll show you that at the wall. Okay. I'm going to wait on that one. I'm going to take this leaf off. Ouch. That leaf off. I'm going to leave these 2 top leaves, but I'm going to cut. Let me bring the camera up just a little bit. That way you can kind of see what I'm doing. And I'm going to cut, because the plant still has to make food. I'm going to cut that one off. I'm going to cut that one off. I'm going to leave these 2 up here. And let's see, there's a node right here. I'm going to cut that off. And you want to take your thorns off and see, you'll see the little places where the thorns were, you want to make sure you have a few little wounds. That way, where there's a wound, there's a good chance roots will grow from there. Okay. Stick it down in the water, and you're definitely going to need rooting hormone. And this is, I use garden safe rooting hormone. Get that good and wet. Stir it down in there. Make sure that rooting hormone gets all over that really good. And I'm going to stick it in at an angle. Yes, some of the rooting hormone comes off, but it's going to stick where those wounds are at. Alright, here we go with this little guy here. Cut that big one off. Cut that hip off. Okay. And you want to take the thorns off. That way, the more little wounds you have, now you don't want to go wild and make a whole bunch of wounds. But the more wounds, the more chances of roots coming from there. You don't want to wound it a whole lot. And then you're going to, ouch, stick it in the rooting hormone and try not to get stuck by the thorns. You want to tap that bottom in there too, because you want to make sure that that rooting hormone is all over there. And you want to try to get them to where the leaves are not touching much. Alright. I'm only going to try 2 because I didn't have enough of the semi-hardwood on my roses to make more, but later date, guess what? We'll try it again. I'm going to pour a little bit of the comfrey water on there just to give it a little extra boost. And this is going to work like a little mini greenhouse. And you just want to make sure that it's on there real good, but not too deep. Because what's going to happen is this is going to help humidity stay inside, and this will allow the heat and some of the humidity to escape, and it'll also allow some airflow. Now, what you're going to want to do is put this in a shaded area that gets that where it can see, it'll get filtered light, that's what I'm trying to say. But you do not want it to be in bright sun, because your roses are going to fry. But if you have a shady area that's bright, you'll be fine. I'm going to put it under my canopy. It'll get shade, but it'll get bright light in the morning. And in about 3 weeks or so, you'll start seeing, if you're lucky, you'll start seeing roots coming out. Don't bother them at all. What I do is I wait to start seeing roots coming out of the bottom of the pot, and then we will take it from there. But anywhere from 3 to 8 weeks you'll start seeing roots developing very well. Now, of course, if you see your leaves turn yellow, brown, and everything dries up, your cutting was not successful. So that's one cutting, and like I said, you want to use your more old-fashioned roses. Your hybrid teas are a pain. Climbing roses are really good. You can do this with wild roses as well. Simple, easy. You just have to believe in yourself. Now, when you water, you want to make sure your moss stays moist but not soggy, and you'll just water around the edge. Do not water through the hole or anything, because water will make its way to where the roots are. And it also causes your roots to go out and search for the water as well. Well, that one's done and ready. This one I'm fixing to water in now that I've got the cuttings done. You want to make sure they stay moist but not dry, and definitely don't let them get soggy. You just want them to stay moist. And if those roses, those seeds are still viable, you'll see the roses grow up. Simple, easy, anybody can do this. I give up. The wind's going to do whatever it wants to with my hair. Simple, easy, anybody can do this. Now, you do not want to take cuttings from green wood on your roses. It is too soft and it's not ready. It's not viable to make roots. Now, your semi-harder wood on your roses, that's perfectly fine. And you can also do the harder wood on your roses. It's just going to take a little longer for the roots. The semi-hard wood stage is when your rose stems go from green to a little more brownish red. And it's simple, easy. I hope this helps you out, Beverly. Everyone, take care. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. I'm more than happy to answer them and help everyone as much as possible. But like I said, I prefer to grow my roses from the seeds. It just takes longer, but they thrive and they do very well. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to ask them in the comment section below. I look forward to them. Everyone, take care. Keep your head on a swivel. Continue to stock those pantries up. And above all else, don't panic and don't get paranoid. Keep your head straight and you'll do just fine. Everyone, take care, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. May you each be blessed. And get outside, y'all. Dig in the dirt. It makes you feel better. I'll see you here soon.